Coming up next, the Hornets taking on the Pacers. For the Hornets, this is a championship caliber team without a doubt. The best record in the Eastern Conference. They are for real. Pacers, Hornets, coming up next on 2K Sports. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Johnson is out there with Anthony. Then it's Goodrich, and it's Sampson in at the 5 down low. And for Charlotte, Buzales out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Castle, and it's Houston at the 2. And this probably, DB, is the most intense part of the regular season. Some teams are all in on a playoff push.
This is the point in the year where everybody, absolutely everybody, is looking at the standings and the potential matchups facing them in the postseason. They are sharpening skills and minds.
Now here's Goodrich. Pass to Anthony. Here's Patterson. Fires the 3. Another shot. Sampson's shot. Good.
Yeah, almost impossible to keep Sampson off the boards, and even harder to prevent the putback. It's just not his size. It's his nose for the basketball along with tremendous quickness.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
15 foul.
Now Castle. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer nailed from three-point land.
And we see Houston take a healthy amount of threes for a reason. This guy very accurate from beyond.
Anthony's shot is off. Here's Charlotte. And you want to talk about winning recipes? These guys have it. 21 wins in a row. That's right. 21.
Almost mind-boggling that you could string together brilliant basketball over such a sustained period of time. Think about the focus that they have to bring nightly. Think about the commitment to grinding it out every single night regardless of your opponent. Just absolutely incredible stuff.
Now here's Anthony. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Here's Castle. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Peterson grabs the miss. The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And here's Anthony for 3. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Wembanyama against Johnson. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Indiana's gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. They get it again. Outside Anthony. Pass to Sampson. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Sampson's got 6 points.
And for a player of his size, Melo very adept at working off the pick and roll.
Goodrich against Castle. Over to the left wing. Here's Buzales. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Lets it go from 11.
No way, says Wembanyama. Not on my block.
It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And then Buzales with the dunk.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that... makes your teammates happy, folks.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple." You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decision. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers. I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with them. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And a change for the Pacers. Chambers is checked in for Johnson. Heinrich finds Chandler. Heinrich against Goodrich. Pass to Bailey. Puts up a 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
The Pacers making a change here. Owens is checked in. Hornets trail by 3. The 3 from Korver. And the Hornets miss again.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
But tremendous instincts and great position. Chandler scoping that one the entire way.
Flying high. And throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Anthony. Fires for 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
1:39 left in the first quarter. Heinrich outside. On the wing, Korver shoots the 3. Sampson pulls it in. Sampson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Patterson the pass to Sampson. A 3 ball. And the Pacers another 3.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against East Rutherford. Chandler with a screen for Heinrich. To the paint. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Heinrich.
Well, this is what you love about Tyson Chandler. Releases out of the pick and roll with big-time purpose.
Pass to Chambers. Here's Mullins. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Anthony. Tyson Chandler pulls it in.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Heinrich outside. Chandler with a screen for Heinrich. And it's Korver in the corner. And the three ball is good. Now just a 2-point Pacer lead.
And this is what makes Korver so effective. His ability to take and make shots quickly.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside positions.
Jennings looking over it. Three-pointer. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pacers out in front. They're up by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Chambers out there with Jonas Jerebko. Then it's Owen. Then it's Goodrich. And it's Mullins in at the 3 spot.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Here's Jennings. The Pacers making the shot. Was shot by Redick. No good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's Chambers. Hornets with the rebound. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion.
Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Jalen Johnson's checked in for the Pacers. Down low. Here's Owens. Houston pulls it in. Hornets trail by 4. And stolen by Owen. Now the Pacers moving it up. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Jennings with the steal. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Bailey with the ball. He's got 5. Here's Houston. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Houston's got his second basket of the night.
And this is where Houston is at his best. So good at just catching and shooting.
Goodrich gets the Mullins. Indiana moving the ball from downtown. Drills it from outside. Mullins got his first 3 points of the game.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Now here's Jennings. No scoring in this one. Here's Wembanyama.
Big time slam by Wembanyama. This is why you got to push him out of the paint.
Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Peterson's checked in for Indiana. To the inside. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Pass to Chambers. To the wing right side. Johnson with a screen on Korver. Mullen. Chandler with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And Indiana making a change here. Anthony's checked in.
Number 15, Carmelo Anthony.
Here's Houston. He has 6. Knocks down the 3-ball. Houston's got a pair of triples in the second now for Charlotte. You know, DB, I heard some NBA officials talking about having a feel for the game and them drawing a line between playing aggressive and playing rough. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, Kev, this is so fascinating to me because we've seen a reversion back to a little bit more of a physical game. But without some definitive guidelines, it makes the officials' job harder.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Goodrich passes to Anthony. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Patterson. Here's Chambers, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Chambers got 4 points this quarter. Here's Heinrich. He has yet to score. On the wing, Korver lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Chambers. Chambers got 5 rebounds tonight. That one goes. Count it.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. and then off to the races.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Pacers making a switch here. Owens is checked in.
Substitution on the board.
Here's Chambers taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Out left to the wing. And stolen by Castle. Pass to Buzales. 1:51 left in the second quarter. The Hornets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And it's tied up with that one. And that drops, so they now lead by one.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
Pass to Mullins. Kicks it out to Johnson for three. Buzales grabs the board. Heinrich against Anthony. Here's Buzales. They set the pick to the middle. Intercepted. Mullins inside. Guarded by Heinrich. Patterson, that's good.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Charlotte's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Pass to Buzales. Latre. And the Hornets miss again. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Mullins kicks to Anthony. Johnson, the pass to Chambers. Out to Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Johnson outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Buzales. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. So both teams changing it up here. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
That will sting a little bit. Failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Sampson, the pass to Johnson. Here's Patterson. The 3. No good on the last second attempt there. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm with Coach Udoka. Specifically on defense, would you say there's more to clean up in the paint or on the perimeter?
A little bit of both. We got to protect the paint a little bit better. They hit some tough mid-range shots, but they also hurt us on the offensive glass. So keep them off the glass, make them beat us from the perimeter. I think we'll be in good shape.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Hey, Ellie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Get ready for the fan at courtside. Give me a beat. They're middling up the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Hey there and welcome. It's getting hot in here and the postseason hunt is getting even hotter. Never a better time for a look at the league power rankings.
Look here now at Charlotte, coming down the final stretch of the season, about a month left. I think they're in a pretty good spot.
Matter of fact, they're in the #1 spot.
Well, #1 is a good spot, isn't it, Ernie?
Last I checked, it doesn't get better than that. And guys, the Charlotte Hornets are in an even game.
They've done everything they can to shoot their way out of this contest. Somehow, they're still in it. Got to make the most of that opportunity.
It just takes a few to fall to open up the floodgates.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Hornets shooting at a decent 44% clip here. They've got Cancel, and Benyama's out there with Buzales. And it's Houston at the 2. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. The Hornets have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that.
Absolutely. Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
Here's Peterson. Goodrich passes to Anthony. Here's Peterson. Inside. Here's Simpson. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Castle. And Benyama onside. No good from outside.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And Benyama gets it to go.
Such a pure stroke for his size. Wembanyama looks like he was made in 2K.
Anthony up on top. Johnson, that's for 2. Here's Simpson, and he goes in for the dunk.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
And the basket by Castle.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Simpson. Back to Anthony. There's the triple. That one doesn't go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Wembanyama. The 3. Pacers with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Peterson the pass to Sampson. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead change thus far.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Some changes for Charlotte. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Now here's Heinrich. Scoreless thus far. To the inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Go into the rack with energy. Is the D afraid to cut him off?
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now here's Anthony. Johnson with a screen on Korver. Here's Anthony. Oh, and a jam by Anthony.
And this is how lethal Anthony is in close. Capable of throwing it down all over the defense.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Heinrich passes to LaFrance. Power down with both hands.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Indiana trailing here. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Chambers is checked in for Johnson. To the middle. Here's Chambers. It's tipped. And a dunk to finish it off. Oh, beauty.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving it in.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
There's Patterson. Korver with the defensive effort.
Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
And there's the call on Champ. That's foul number 2 for him. Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Hornets. Jennings comes in for Kirk Heinrich. Jennings with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's LaFrance. It's rebounded. By Indiana. Chambers got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Patterson, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Patterson's got 10 points in the game. Goodrich against Jennings. And he uses the glass on the lane.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Chambers. Out to Anthony. From deep. They get the rebound. Here's Patterson. Chambers the pass to Sampson. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Anthony. And at last they get one to fall. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter. Pass to LaFrance. Launches it. Good on the three-point shot. And that will tie this game up. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Charlotte's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Jennings passes to Bailey. Finished off by Bailey.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Goodrich against Jennings. Pass to Patterson. Now here's Anthony. It's over Korver, and Hibbert with the block. Drives to the hoop. Finished off by Bailey.
How about the recognition of Kyle Korver? Puts the pass on time and on target. Makes it an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Here's Patterson. Out to Anthony. Off the run. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Hornets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Pacers trail by 4. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. They've got Jalen Johnson. He's out there with Chambers. And it's Mullins in at the 3 spot.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's Patterson, covered by Reddick. Clock at 4. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Mullins, no good. Hornets leading by 4. Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, the rim with an easy read to Wembanyama.
And I tell you what, nobody willing to put a stop to that slam.
Yeah, break for the defense. That was a case of stand back, watch the show, buckle up.
He saw the defense playing soft and simply used his natural gifts to take advantage.
Here's Castle. Wembanyama outside. There's the 3. The size, the shooting touch. Wembanyama is unreal.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pacers trail by 9. Here's Patterson. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Patterson. Here's Chambers, right wing. Here's Mullins, and he makes that one. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. It's Reddick on the wing. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Mullins kicks to Bibby. Pass to Chambers. Here's Johnson, defended by Wembanyama. The shot from 20 feet away. Nice shot off that time.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Great. Positioning on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 9.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
You can almost feel his desperation. He wants so badly to see the ball go through the net.
Pass to Buzales. Fires from deep. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Goodrich. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Oh, what a finish!
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here is Wembanyama. Takes advantage. That J is good.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Takes the three. Buries the deep ball.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Patterson. Anthony. And get the three.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. He's got to work for better looks.
And Wembanyama knocks down the three.
How about the show Embiid's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
Johnson outside. There's the pick. Here's Anthony. Shoots the three. No good.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
And Wembanyama. The long shot. No good.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Hornets.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be 26 on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Nice execution down low. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Castle. Taken away by Anthony. Let's lose a three. Castle pulls it down. And Wembanyama, nice use of the glass in the finish. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.